A very impressive win at Cleveland. What are your thoughts generally, Vinny, on the Ram performance?
Generally speaking, I'm worried that Gurley is no longer the kind of offensive threat that we expect and need him to be to win a world title. He's just not catching balls out of the backfield. I think his pass blocking has slipped. This is a team we were expecting. Hey, look, the Browns' defense is pretty good, so it's early in the season. We've talked about how none of the starters played at all during the preseason. This is sort of like they're gearing up their exhibition season. So I'm not too worried about the offense, but there are signs that we should be worried. Scoring 20 points on offense from a team that was, high reps, high speed, very exciting to watch. But on the road against a tough defense, it's a good win. But I want to see more out of Gurley.
Did I miss anything, or did they throw a ball to Gurley?
I don't believe he
got any attempts.
No, I don't believe so.
Yeah.
They almost just they don't even look like they're on the same page on some of the series that they're going into as well. It just feels like, if I hope that this doesn't happen, but like if a Cooper Kupp or Woods get injured, I mean, that offense might be in big trouble with Gurley not really doing anything with his production. So that's why it's kind of like, hopefully they can get Gurley going and get that offense kind of clicking all on the same page, and because that defense is going to keep you in every game. I mean, that defense is scary.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly. Goff could throw 3 picks by half, and they'd still be in the game because of that defense. It's just ridiculous. The overhyped Baker Mayfield, just is not finding his guys.
Yeah.
It just feels, watching him, it just felt like out of sync. Right, you feel like he's gonna get there, but it felt like out of sync. Like he was moving the pocket when he didn't need to move the pocket, and but then again, he had reason to sort of get happy feet back there. And who doesn't when you got Aaron Donald and guys like that barreling down on you? So it was still a good win, but. Yeah, there's some question marks.
He's a good. I wasn't really that impressed with Mayfield. I mean, I know he was number 1 pick. He's a great talent. He's just his 3rd professional game. He's probably gonna have a great career, solid career. But against that Ram defense, he was running all over the place. I don't know if he realized what kind of coverage was out there, whether it was man or zone. He had Beckham double teamed, and he tried to throw right into it. Didn't look like he was able to pick up his secondary receivers or even looked at his secondary receivers. Those last 4 plays.
No, there were times when you're absolutely right. He looked like he was.
Here's where I'm throwing, and that's it.
Yeah.
Especially those last four plays. I mean, right down on the goal line. He didn't look like. He doesn't have the maturity yet, but he just didn't look. He was completely out of control.
Yeah, the decision making seemed bad. Times when he should have run and he didn't run. Times when he should have stayed in the pocket and he moved out of the pocket. And he's not. There's a trust issue there with his offensive line right now. I think a lot of I have a couple of Cleveland Browns fans on my that I'm friends with on Facebook, and they were very quick to throw the offensive line under the bus, and I'm not so sure that it was 100% their fault. I mean, some of it was. Some of them got him a little skittish, right? A little nervous, but some of it was just him not trusting them.
Right.
They were doing a fine job on some of those plays, and he just was moving the pocket for no good reason. On the last play, on 4th down, that he moved the pocket for no good reason at all.
Yeah. I think they did a pretty darn good job shutting down Beckham Jr., Odell Beckham.
Yeah.
six catches for 56 yards, nothing longer than 19 yards.
Yeah.
No 89-yard bombs.
No.
Yeah.
But they double teamed and zoned, and they pretty much took him out of the equation.
Yeah.
And I don't think you're really going to be seeing Odell getting those 80-yard bombs in Cleveland with that offensive line either. I just think with the play calling as well. I mean, Freddie Kitchens might be out of a job in 2 games. I mean, that's what the rumblings are already saying.
Really?
So, I mean, Baker could have a new head coach and the 4th one in the last 2 years or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's just, but then his safety blanket is Landry, which is a pretty nice safety blanket to have. But I just don't think you're going to be seeing him and Odell, connecting on those big bomb passes anymore.
I never realized how much that we missed Cooper Kupp last year until I saw him in that game against Cleveland. I mean, they both had 12 catches. He and Brandin Cooks both had 12 catches. Kupp was 102 yards and 2 touchdowns, and Cooks was 112 yards. I mean, the guy just makes all the difference. Third receiver, and plus Robert Woods. I mean, he's no slouch either. No. I mean, that gives Gurley so many targets and so many options. It's got to be nightmares for the defense.
It's a very interesting blend. You got Woods, who has good speed, not dazzling great speed, good hands, good route runner, solid, really solid, could be a star on another team. And you got Kupp, who is surgical in his route running, great hands, tough as nails, and then Cooks, who just is a burner. And it's just such a great blend. And if they can start hitting their tight ends, getting some guys involved and start hitting a running back out of the backfield, it doesn't have to be Gurley. It could be Henderson, who we have not again seen. It could be Malcolm Brown. Whoever it is coming out of the backfield, then you'll start to see things open up a little bit. I will say that there was the 3rd down and 4 call by McVay just felt arrogant, right? So you got the game in hand. You got a 7-point lead, 3rd down and 4, about midfield. Run the ball. Run the clock. Kill some clock. Punt it. Get one of the best punters in the game. Throws the pick. Mm-hmm. Just it was a bad play call. It was a bad decision to go to pass the ball. I didn't like it. It felt video game.
No, you're trying to secure a victory. You don't want to.
On the road.
Exactly.
On the road. And a terrible pass and terrible decision to throw it where there were so many guys. But it all started with the play call. It's just run the ball. Mm-hmm. Even if they're expecting you to run the ball, run the ball.
Right. Run
the ball. And then kick the ball to let them kill the clock. At least they burn a timeout. Now they don't even have to burn the timeout. It was a bad decision and it could have
cost him.
Yeah, could have cost him.
Good workman day's performance by Goff, 24-38 for 269, a couple of TDs, sacked twice, but very good job. Good job, Mayfield, 18 for 36 and 3 sacks.
Great defense in the fourth quarter by the Rams.
Exactly.
I mean, just absolutely fantastic fourth quarter defense.
Yeah.
Especially when they had him pinned back and almost got the sack. Pretty amazing that the Browns could do nothing.
Yeah, they like you say for a road game early in the year when it's almost like your final preseason game as far as players getting into action. I thought it was a very good win. All right.